Hello out there. This is Calvin Bouchard. May I please have your kind attention?
Time to light it up.
Where the hell is the nearest successful exit? We're underwater.
Okay, Jaws fans and fans of Box Office Maniacs and just fans of the summer, we are continuing our summer series here on Franchise Fridays, and we are talking now about Jaws 3 in 3D!
Let's go.
Yeah, this cover is pretty stupid. It's just like a picture of Jaws coming out, and he looks like he's about the size of the Empire State Building. And yeah, I don't know. It's the first two covers were pretty cool. This one, pretty dumb. I got a story for you, Vince. Here it comes. When this came out and it said 3D, I had no interest in going to see a Jaws movie. I could care less about seeing a Jaws movie, but I wanted to see a 3D movie because I had never gotten to see one before.
Once again, we went on a little vacation, and we went down and saw my aunt and uncle in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, where they were living at the time.
So when this came out, I begged my dad to go take me to see this. I think I have to go see this movie. I want to see what a 3D effect is. I've never seen one. I'm getting choked up, Vince. I'm getting choked up. I can't talk. I'm so excited.
And I remember going, man, I want to go see Superman 3. I got to go see Superman 3.
Now, getting down to business.
He finally took me to go see it.
My aunt ended up taking me, but she didn't stay with me to watch the movie. So I watched Superman 3 by myself.
This time is going to be the best time of all.
For some reason, it was me and my cousin Mark went to go see it. I never had gone see a movie with him ever. I don't know why he was there and what he was doing there, but that's one of the weird things I remember.
I want to go see Jaws 3D now, and I kept wanting to go see it. And much like David, I had never seen a 3D film at the movie theaters.
You know, put the glasses on, and I was just stunned by this movie. And I was just like, oh my God, I have never seen anything like this in my life. This is so amazing.
I had seen 3D movies on television. I had seen 3D, like the Three Stooges. But I'd never seen an actual 3D movie in the movie theaters.
And the sequences where he took the syringe and he squirted it at the screen and it hit the screen, I literally thought it was on my glasses. I'm sitting there wiping my glasses off thinking, wait a minute, this is a 3D effect. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
She goes, they're not going to let you into the theater by yourself. You need to go with somebody, and I don't feel like going. So it ended up being my dad. And my dad is a full-blown Italian, homegrown Italian person.
Peter, what are you doing? Speaking Italian. Babidi-boopy, babidi-boopity-babidi-babidi. Peter, you can't speak Italian just because you have a mustache. Boopity-bapa.
But I do have a story part 2 to relate to this, because this movie I actually got to see in 3D, because they have a 3D version of this on here. And this is the first 3D movie that I've seen on a television. Ever. I mean, I've never watched a 3D movie on a TV, but I know Vince has a riveting story, a story part 3 here for his continuation of his story, so let's hear what his story is before I get to my 3D experience.
I had to try to convince him to go and see Jaws, and he's like, well, what is Jaws? What is Jaws?
What?
Don't you remember the movie with the big shark?
Seaweed?
Somehow I was able to convince him to go see this.
That's a shark.
And he actually stayed and watched the movie with me, which really didn't, you know, I wasn't really expecting it. I thought maybe he might get up and walk out.
I'm out of here.
of course, at the box office, they gave us our 3D glasses, but they were unfolded, so they were straight, you know. So he's holding them in his hand, and he looks at me and goes, "Why do I need this? What is this? What do I need this for? Why do I gotta wear them?" Once we got him on, and once the movie started, he sat there and watched it, and I remember watching this and thinking the exact same things David was thinking. Like, "Oh wow, there's there's a severed arm right above the freaking seats, and I can reach out and touch it, you know." And all these effects were just amazing to me, and it's just wow. But it was exciting because I'd never seen anything like that before, and that was the first time I actually saw a 3D film in the theater. And what was really exciting was that I got to see it with my dad, which didn't happen too much after that. I only saw two other films with my father before he and my parents divorced. So this was the first and last time I ever got to spend with my dad seeing a movie, and a 3D movie at that. So it's kind of special to me for that.
Now, I have never known that you went to go see us in 3D. I never knew you went to see it in 3D.
I can't hear you, Dave. It's raining.
I said I never knew that you saw this in 3D before.
Wow, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear a word you're saying.
3D interactive video we're bringing to you right now. So speaking of 3D, all right, here's my other story. Now, I wanted to see this in 3D because I knew we were going to be doing this franchise for Franchise Friday. My parents have a 3D TV. I've never had a 3D TV, but when they bought the 3D TV, they never gave them glasses for it. So they've never had glasses because they don't watch 3D stuff. I was like, all right, well, now I'm going to go to Best Buy, pick up some 3D glasses, throw them on, pop this baby in there, and watch Jaws 3D for the first time since 1983, since when I saw it in 3D. Nope, not that easy, because nothing's ever easy, Vince.
Try again.
Then I asked a friend who has a 3D TV, and he's like, "Oh, well, you don't need all these fancy charging glasses. Just get the ones you use at the movie theater." And these glasses for like $40 a piece or something like that. So I took them back, got the $7 glasses, brought them home, put them on, nothing. No 3D, no nothing. Took those back, then I finally tried to call Sharp, got a hold of some person who knew nothing about how to activate the 3D on the TV, what glasses to use, and it kept telling me to call Angie's hardware store, and they have the glasses. I was like, I don't know who Angie is. I'm not calling her hardware store to get her glasses. So we ended up ordering them off of eBay, getting them in. I took them out there, plugged them in, put them on, nothing. No 3D effects. This is 3 weeks worth of me trying to watch this freaking movie in 3D. Nothing. So I'm like, all right. So then I told my wife, you need to come out here and try to see if you can figure it out. So she comes out there, still can't figure it out, no 3D. So what the problem was, is these are USB charging glasses. So you gotta plug them into, a USB slot and charge them. And when they're charged, you unplug it, you put it on, and then there's a button on the glasses that says 2D, 3D, click it on 3D. Then the TV has a sensor that's supposed to pick up that you're wearing the 3D glasses and put something in 3D, except it was not doing it. Because it would come on and it would say, now put your 3D glasses on, nothing. So then I thought, okay, well, maybe the battery's dead in the glasses. So I had my laptop, set my laptop on my lap, I plugged the 3D glasses into the laptop, put them on while the plug's still on there, boom, I get 3D events because they sold me glasses that were in excellent conditions on eBay with the batteries dead on both of them. Anytime I want to watch a 3D movie out there, because we have those little portable charging blocks, I don't know what they're called, that you can plug your thing in, like your phone into, and it'll charge your phone if you're out somewhere. So we have to have that plugged into the glasses and have that sitting on our lap and have the glasses on in order for them to work now. But they will work when that is plugged in. And so the 3D effects, finally, that I got to see in this movie were spectacular. Oh my God, they were great. They were just as great as when we went to go see it at the theater, even better, to tell you the truth. But the thing with these glasses are they're huge. You ever seen those gigantic glasses like the older people wear? And that's what they look like. They're just big, huge, and they sit on your nose, on the top of your nose,
What are you doing?
I am acting like I am watching
I
Jaws.
thought you were trying to figure out what the camera was doing.
No. This is called acting.
Well, I didn't
What
know.
this is
Wait,
acting.
hang on. Action.
All right. And it makes your nose hurt because they're so heavy and so huge to wear. And the other thing with these glasses is, since they're electronic, the lenses blink on and off. So you can't see it when you're looking at it. But if you turn them off, one lens will be dark and one will be bright. They go, they blink back and forth, and it pretty much gives you a headache when you're watching it, watching the 3D movie. So halfway through there, you both were getting headaches watching this.
Oh, that was good acting. That was good. Your glasses are kind of crooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that was really, I mean, despite the movie, that was one thing that was really awesome about it, was these 3D effects. And they were all practical effects too. On top of that, you know, all this stuff was all practical. All the special effects in it was practical. And just seeing the shark in 3D, and seeing one scene in particular that, of course, happens toward the end of the movie is there's a scene where they finally are going to kill the shark, and there's a guy that's stuck in Jaws' mouth. And he's holding a grenade, and they have to pull the pin out of the grenade. That whole scene in 3D is like, you see this arm sticking out with the grenade in his hand, and you see the wire they're trying to use to grab the thing, and it's just awesome. I remember seeing that in 3D and going, man, that is freaking awesome.
Now, I can tell you this, Vince, this is weird, because the 3D version is crystal clear. Now, you watch the regular version, it's all grainy. You watch the 3D version, it looks amazing. There is no grain. It's absolutely crystal clear when you're watching that.
Well, I think it's grainy because of the way they filmed it. I don't think it's grainy because of the Blu-ray, is what I'm getting at. It's just the way they filmed it.
All right, so the movie is completely cheesy. I mean, it is a cheese fest from beginning to end. But you know what? I still, even with the 3D effects, I helped it a lot. But I still like the story. It's not, I don't know. It's cheesy and it's goofy. I don't think it's really well acted, but there was something about it that I still enjoy. I still enjoy the cheesiness of it. I still enjoy the goofiness of it. And the story is just so ridiculous. But, again, I like it. I thought it was a good film. I enjoy all the cheesiness of Jaws 3.
And I would second that. I would say the same thing. Although I didn't care for this movie. I mean, as a movie on its own, it's terrible. I mean, it's like it is that. It's a cheese fest. It's just, it's not well acted, it's not well done, but there is, like you said, there's something about it that you sit there and you don't mind watching it. Even though it's goofy as heck, you don't mind seeing it. And even without the 3D effect, you're sitting there going, well, it's goofy, it's terrible, but there's something about it that makes you sit there and watch it. And, regardless, you'll actually, it doesn't, I don't know, maybe some of the goofiness kind of pulls you away from the Jaws of it, the scary. I mean, it's not scary at all. Leah Thompson, who from Back to the Future, who plays Marty's mom in Back to the Future, this is one of her first films, and to see her in here, she's so young. It's like, wow. She almost looks 12.
Oh, I don't even know it was her in there. What role does she play?
She's the girl that Sean Brody shows up, because this is about the Brody kids. It's not about the sheriff and all that. It's his kids. She plays the new girlfriend to Sean Brody. She's the one that gets him in the water.
If you're in Jaws 1 and you're a kid and you get a problem with a shark in Jaws 1, okay. You get Jaws 2, you almost get eaten by a shark again in Jaws 2, whatever. We get to Jaws 3 and you're still messing with freaking water and sharks and you got another shark attack. I mean, come on. Go somewhere else. Work at McDonald's or something. I mean, get out of the freaking ocean.
Yeah, but then that wouldn't be the Jaws movie, Dave.
I'd be like, this is the third time in my life that I almost got eaten by a shark. Maybe I should do something different.
The one character, Sean Brody, doesn't even want to go in the water through the movie, but he gets compelled to go in there because of the power of a woman.
Yeah, I mean, he was a smart one. But then, of course, shark! And I'm just like, okay, never go to, like, somewhere that, I don't know, doesn't have an ocean. Go somewhere that doesn't have water. Go anywhere and go to Colorado or something, and you won't get eaten by a shark.
Well, that was the thing about his character in this, too. This is one of the bad things about this movie. One of the bad writing or editing or something about this film is that character of Sean Brody, throughout the beginning of the film, he doesn't want to get in the water, but Leah Thompson convinces him to get in the water, and then he gets in the water, and then he finds out that, you know, Jaws is out there, and he's like, nope, I'm gone. So you don't even see him through the last half of the film.
I don't know. Again, like I said, it's a cheese fest, but it's an entertaining cheese fest. And so for Jaws 3, I am giving it a 3D 3 out of 3D for Jaws 3.
And for me, I actually didn't like it quite as much. But it's still enjoyable. Like I said, it's still fun to watch. It's nostalgic in a way. And it, you know, I will say this for all these Jaws films. Anytime that they're on, they are definitely one of those things where you'll stop and watch it, no matter what. You don't care if it's Jaws or Jaws 2 or Jaws 3. You usually stop and watch it. And that's one of the appeals of Jaws, especially the first one. So you'll even stop and watch this, even though it's, you know, it's the cheese fest that it is. And one last thing is, obviously this was filmed in what was supposed to be SeaWorld, even though SeaWorld is nowhere near the ocean, by the way. So it was filmed in SeaWorld. I actually got to go to SeaWorld for the very first time, and just a couple of years ago. And I did look for a lot of the stuff that's in this movie, and there are some places and a lot of things have changed at SeaWorld, so it's not all exactly the same. But like some of the entrances and some of the exits and the lagoon around SeaWorld in this movie is nothing like it is now. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that has changed, but some of the exits and the entrances and stuff like that around there are kind of the same. You can kind of see where they filmed, which was kind of cool. But I give this movie, in all, I give this movie a 2 out of 5.
Now, if I wanted to rate the 3D effects in this film, they would get... It's like towards the end when Jaws is coming towards you and it breaks through that glass, both me and my wife are like, oh my God, here it comes! You know, we're preparing ourselves because it was coming right at us. And it was just amazing. Absolutely cool.
And that looks cheesy as heck. When you watch it in 2D, it's so bad. It's so terrible. That's like one of the worst scenes.
So up next here is going to be the last of the Jaws franchise. And this is the movie where it gets personal, Vince. It gets real personal. Now, you got a story for this one?
I actually do. We'll
get to it when we get to the review for Jaws 4. They didn't even call it, it's just The Revenge. So yeah, this is the movie that literally finally killed Jaws off. Took 4 movies to kill the shark, or I guess it's a different shark in every movie. But this one, it killed the shark.
It jumped the shark.
This is called acting.